What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Sunday edition of the Fantasy Recap video. So I'm doing it today, Sunday the 5th, just so I can have more time to do it. So keep in mind, scores and everything are going to be as of the start of the Sunday games. So there's actually a few trades over the last 2 weeks. So going back to April 23rd, Mexico completed 2 trades. The first one was with his brother, the Belgian Waffles. So Mexico traded Wilson Ramos and Zach Eflin for Matthew Boyd, and Boyd has had a really nice start with the Tigers. He's averaging almost 18 a game, and his last start I think he even had 25. So Mexico acquired him, which is really great ad because his pitching was a little bit questionable, but after getting him and then obviously being able to sign Tyler Glass, now his starting pitching looks really good. But for Belgium too, it's actually kind of worked out. He needed catching, so he gets Wilson Ramos, who every year, other than the injury problems, has been really good. He bats close to 300 and hits a few home runs. And then also Mexico traded with Tampa. So Tampa traded Matt Chapman and acquired Juan Soto and Domingo Germain from Mexico Cartel. And that one too looks pretty even. Juan Soto just hit the IL, unfortunately for Tampa, but it looks like to be a very short stint. And Matt Chapman's been great. He's the second rated third baseman so far this year. So another good ad for Mexico. And Domingo Germain has been really well for the Yankees in his rookie season. And then the most recent trade that took place last week was involving me and Lucas. So I acquired Noah Syndergaard and traded Mike Foltynewicz and Robinson Cano. But Syndergaard pitched a complete game shutout and hit a home run in a 1-0 Mets victory. So Thor did it all. And Lucas was upset with Foltynewicz's first 2 starts, so he dropped him. Thus, I picked Foltynewicz back up. Unless Robinson Cano does really well, this looks like a win for Sweden for this trade. Still, who knows yet with the Vlad Guerrero trade, as he's had a rough start so far. But so now I'm going to go into just the scores so far this week. Mexico is going to go undefeated. He's up by 50 over Tampa. So Mexico will be 5-0. And then we have Sweden and India are in a close one, and they're within 20 points as the start of the day. It looks like Cuba is also going to defeat his Cuba foe, the Gitmo terrorists. He's up by 50. And Nintendo Switch hitters will get their first win. They're up by 90 going into Sunday's game over the Belgian Waffles. And then our closest game is against the Spalding brothers. Braden is currently winning by 15 over Detroit. I think Cuba definitely needed to get a win this week to avoid falling to a losing record, especially when you're competing with Sweden, Tampa, Mexico, and then Gitmo would have been 4-1. Currently, there's only 4 playoff teams. I'm going to see if I can switch the scheduling around so we can have 6 playoff teams, as that's what we've had in the last seasons. And then looking forward towards next week, a couple good matchups. Mexico and Gitmo are facing each other, both with winning records. Their matchup with winning records, Sweden and Tampa. Sweden looks to hopefully be 4-1. Tampa gonna also be 4-1, so that'll be a good one. Currently, both 0-4 teams, India and Nintendo, are facing each other, and then also Cuba, Vegas, Belgium, Detroit. So some good matchups next week, a lot of even matchups. And for the power rankings, I'm not going to go too much into them, just considering this week isn't over yet. But just considering how everything's playing out right now, Mexico looks to be the number 1 team, Tampa 2. 3, I would still say Cuba. Even with at least 2 losses, I think Cuba's still the 3rd best team. 4th would be Sweden. 5th, Gitmo, even if he loses. So maybe it's a top 6 and the bottom 4, I'd probably say is how the league's looking so far. So yeah, so I'd put Vegas at 6. Yeah, so it's really a toss-up who goes 7 through 10, really. But we have Nintendo going to be at 7 currently. Then India at 8, Belgium at 9, and Detroit at 10. So that's the rankings for this week. And then next week's official matchup of the week will be the Nintendo Switch hitters and the Belgium Waffles.